a prepared statement in PHP. At the top, I'm building up an SQL string. This is the template string that I'm going to be working with. I'm not going to pass this into MySQLi query anymore. Instead, I'm going to use it to create a template. And you can see that I've highlighted the question marks that are serving as placeholders for the data. I'm going to fill in those values later on. I take that string and I pass it into MySQLi prepare along with the database connection. And now I have a statement. That's my template that I'm going to be working with. When I'm ready to use it, then you can see that I call MySQLi statement bind param. I pass in the statement, and then I'm going to pass in the options that I want to fill in the blank. In this case, username and password. Those are going to get dropped in where those question marks are. There's also a string that comes right before them that's a format string, and it's indicating that both of these, the username and the password, are of data type string. That's why it's S and S. Once I've bound those into my statement, then I can execute it, and then I call bind result, which is a lot like getting the results out of it again. And you can see that I'm taking the results, which are the ID, first name, and last name that we selected in the very first line, and I'm binding those to variables for ID, first name, and last name. Then finally, we fetch the result and we close it. So that's the outline of how they work. The nicest feature of prepared statements is that it's not possible to forget to escape a value or to forget to put quotes around something. The security is built into their very nature. But there are a few quirks with prepared statements that make them hard to pick up until you've had more experience with PHP and with querying databases in the standard way that we've been using. So for now, stick with using MySQLi query. Always use quotes and escape all your dynamic values because that will prevent SQL injection. Just don't forget to do it. Make it a habit and review all your code for SQL injection prevention periodically.